Hello, and like, subscribe, comment down below. And okay, we woke up, had some waffles with Nutella and strawberries and fresh bananas on top. And then we ate them, they were fantastic, and we relaxed for a bit. Then I said, "Hey Sarah, um, do you think there would be more robbers about?" I ran up to her. "Well, do you?" And she said, "Well, Jamie, not quite sure. I hope not, but maybe." Yeah, I hope not too, but this is New York after all. And so, yeah, you know, I have noticed that you're at chapter 2 of Sense and Sensibility. That's good. I fell asleep reading the last page of chapter 1. Oh, did you? Really? Hmm. Anyway, I took my plate and took Sarah's plate and put them in the sink and hot water. And then after that, I simply turned the water off, relaxed for a bit, and after that, we heard of not robbers, but thieves. Not just purse thieves either. They were going to rob the whole entire Macy's. We ran downstairs, got into the Macy's as fast as we could, at 80 miles per hour. And then we tapped on the shoulders of the robbers. "Hey you!" We punched them, kicked them as hard as we could, knocked them out, and then there were some more of them. Punched them, kicked them, threw them across the room, and ran and knocked him out. Sarah called the cops, and the cops came. Then they sent all the robbers in the Macy's to jail, and they caught the thieves as well. They were working together. Ugh, that's the worst. Because they always think that they can get away with it. But nope. Anyways, so, you know, I, hmm, anyway, you know, so then the cops said, "Well, Miss Summers, you to really save the day again. Thank you. I'll take it from here." And Sarah said, "Yes, officer." And then we went back into our apartment, and then we actually wanted to walk in Central Park again, so we walked in Central Park. And then we got these loaded baked potato skins that they were cheesy baked potato skins. And I know this is gonna make you guys hungry, but we ate them. I tasted mine, and Sarah said, "Hey, does that need salt?" And I said, "Mm-mm. No, it doesn't. Does yours?" Holding the fork. "Does yours?" And then she's like, "No, it doesn't. A little bit of pepper on mine, though." And then she sprinkled the pepper on. And then she said, "Jamie, do you want pepper on yours?" "A little bit, please." And then she sprinkled some pepper on it. And then she put the salt and pepper back. And then we walked for a bit whilst eating. And then we threw our trash in the trash bin because we were done. And then we sat on the bench. And then our food settled, and we walked some more 8 laps. And then Sarah said, "Can we go home and take a shower?" And I said, "Sure, Sarah, let's." And then we went home. Sarah took a shower first, and then I took a shower afterwards. And then by then it was nighttime. We were still full, so we snacked on some bananas, leftover bananas. Then it was nighttime. We rested / slept, and then we woke up, had some Nutella pancakes, and then we walked and hung out for a bit, and then we read a bit of our novels, or Jane Austen novels. We talked for a bit. Jack came over, hung out, and so did William. He hung out. She apologized for thinking accidentally that she could hurt William, but she didn't. Well, she tried to, but I blocked it. If anybody of you remember. And then we just talked for a bit. Then William said, "How's your book? How do you like it? Did you get the note?" And I said, "Yes." I got the note. And we kissed, and I kissed and hugged William. And then he had to go, and Sarah hugged and kissed Jack a couple times, then he had to go. Then they went home to their appointments, and we hung out for a bit. and just watched movies for the rest of the day, 'cause crime was a little lower that day than yesterday. More lower today than yesterday. Yeah. And so, we hung out for a bit, watched Pride and Prejudice for the 15th, no, 100th time, and then I said, well, I hope Elizabeth still gets Mr. Darcy. And then Sarah said, oh, come on, you know they will. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Anyway, so, yeah. And then we talked for a bit. So, we talked for a bit. And by then it was lunchtime. We made homemade sandwiches with a bunch of vegetables, cucumber, tomato, almost like a salad, and a spicy vinaigrette on top of it. It was really good. And so, yeah. And by the way, the people that got robbed from did eventually get their stuff back that same day. So that's good. Anyway, look forward to tomorrow's episode 8 of Bionic Woman. Like, subscribe, comment comment down below. Love and light to all. Blessed be. Have sweet dreams. Keep eating healthy. And yeah, thanks. Bye bye.